Just one indication of the stormy conditions in California. Some heavy rain turned streets into rivers in Long Beach yesterday. The usually sun-soaked Golden State is just soaked these days. It's in the middle of a series of strong storms.
Fears over mudslides caused by all that rain has forced the evacuation of about 500 Southern California homes.
For more, we have American landscape coverage now from our Los Angeles station KABC, but we begin with KGO in San Francisco.
This is ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening. 2 storms down and at least 2 more to go.
And the storm that pummeled us in these past 24 hours may not be the strongest yet.
The destructive remnants it left behind can be seen all over the Bay Area. Just look at this big fir tree that sliced through part of a home in the Russian River town of Monterio.
The wind played a large part of the storm, as you can see from these shots, and even from San Jose.
But is this late afternoon rainbow seen over the San Francisco Bay Bridge, beautiful, isn't it, a sign of things to come, or just a nice break? The California Highway Patrol has been responding to hundreds of traffic accidents throughout the Bay Area because of the weather. One dramatic example, listen to this. At 6:50 this morning, the CHP was dealing with 74 separate incidents, including spin-outs, overturned vehicles, and fender benders. The Bay Area coastline took another pounding today. As you can see, the waves were strong at Ocean Beach in San Francisco off the Great Highway this morning. The wind and the rain were especially hard on those eroding cliffs in Pacifica. And that's where ABC 7's Leanne Melendez is live tonight with the ongoing struggle, Leanne, to save an apartment building there.
Well, the building, Dan, believe it or not, is not the problem today. The problem right now is this entire bluff. Look at it. Part of it is sinking very quickly, and they don't want people in this area. Overnight and this morning, the rain did more damage to this eroding bluff in Pacifica. Part of the walkway simply crumbled. The property manager of one of the apartment buildings on Esplanade Avenue put up warning signs and temporary fencing to keep people out.
We lost a lot more today, actually. So apparently, really early this morning, we lost most of the sidewalk. Yesterday, we had about 40 feet, and today we have almost hardly any more. So all of it is gone. That's it.
That didn't stop people from coming to look at the damage. In fact, a break in the weather brought out many to this area. This precarious area is very near the apartment building that has been evacuated because of the unstable cliffside. Yesterday, crews drilled down 80 feet to beach level to assess the soil content. Now another crew out of Antioch will drill 50-foot injection anchors into the cliffside to keep it from swaying. A similar project was done to this hillside on Devil's Slide. Just north along the Great Highway, people stopped to watch the impressive high surfs. One of the lanes south of Sloat Boulevard remains closed today. If conditions get worse, both southbound lanes will be closed to traffic. And that's what neighbors here in Pacifica really fear, that pounding rain, that the winds really that pound this cliffside don't do any more damage. And it'll be interesting to see how much of this is left here tomorrow. I'm live in Pacifica. Leanne Melendez, ABC 7 News.
I'm Ellen Leva. This is Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock, and we are on Storm Track with a lot to show you this evening. First, an extraordinary photo just sent in to myabc7.com at what certainly looks like a tornado. Look at that shot. And we begin with Orange County Bureau Chief Eileen Frere. The violent conditions hit Orange County's coast just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I saw what looked like a water spout that was circling around, and it was taking with it inflatable Zodiac boats up in the air, about 200 feet up in the air, and they look like seagulls circling.
Witnesses say this catamaran was propelled into the air, then dropped onto 2 other boats in Huntington Harbor.
This was truly frightening. They have absolutely no control and know that it was coming.
Joni Seaton's boat is still anchored, but sits upside down on the dock at Peters Landing Marina. Officials say at least 1 small boat sank. Several others suffered damage.
The wind began to blow real hard. The windows began to shake, and then the windows blew out. I ran for cover in my bathroom. It completely blew through my living room. Lawn chairs flying through the sky. Walls fell off in my apartment onto a new truck. It's unbelievable. It just hit and was gone.
Reporting live from Huntington Harbor, Eileen Frere, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
The Pacific Storm System has pasted an awfully big bullseye in Southern California, and tomorrow it looks like it's going to take its biggest shot. It rained hard for the second day in a row, loosening a torrent of mud and rocks, but the K-rail and other measures in place channeled most of it safely away. and so residents can breathe easier, at least for a few hours.
I stood outside here and watched a lot of men work.
Trying to keep the mud out of into the street, not into the house.
Trying to keep the mud out into the street, yes, exactly.
County Public Works crews worked all day to clear debris and rocks from behind K-rails and critical channels. Of greatest concern, the Mullally debris basin at the end of Manistee Drive. It filled completely after less than 2 hours of rain yesterday, prompting the hasty evacuation of 106 homes. Residents were later allowed to return. County officials say they won't be able to clean out Mullally for weeks, maybe months.
We can't get in there and clean debris basins out with this kind of weather. It's soup in there right now, so they're very difficult to clean out.
The county says the K-rails in the streets will funnel any future overflows down Ocean View Boulevard and into side canyons, but residents are still nervous.
It has nowhere to go now, so it will come spilling over and it'll go down and then it'll be diverted out into the canyon, but it's full, so.
And there will be much more about the West Coast weather woes later this morning.
Our Sam Champion will be reporting from Southern California on Good Morning America beginning at 7.